Hey y'all, I hope you're all doing okay today. My name is Moni. If you haven't met me before, I run a lifestyle blog over at monib.blog. I do lifestyle, mommy, and fashion content. Fashion content is my favorite, but today we are talking about beauty. I have clearly already gotten started. My battery died. I went to go change out my battery, and then I found out my mic was not on. So I think what I'm gonna do is try to recap you guys so you guys can kind of see like the footage and get like a little narration of how we got to this point, and then we are going to complete this makeup look. This makeup look I can kind of sort of do in about 10 minutes, like I was trying to say earlier, not that y'all heard. I'm trying to hurry up because we are getting ready for a full action-packed day with the kids. I'm a mom of 3 little babies, 4, 2, and 1 years old. So we're going to pumpkin patches today. It's gonna be a fun fall day with us and the kids, but I've got to get ready and I want to make a look that's going to last me the whole day so I don't look like, you know, I am falling apart like a zombie or something like that throughout the day. So I picked up some Chanel beauty items this week and I am trying them out. So what I first got started with was this Tweed palette from Chanel. This one is in the Tweed Curve. I don't know how to actually pronounce it, but this was the first Chanel product that I tried out. I decided to start off with my eyes because there was quite a bit of fallout here. I started off with this medium shade here to the top corner, in the kind of center of my eyelids. Then I moved on to this deeper shade here to kind of deepen out the look. Then I used this shade right here to kind of, you know, give a little bit of life to my brow bone. And then I used this shade here at my inner corners. So this palette definitely can work as a quad. But as I was saying, I've never really been attracted to Chanel, you know, eyeshadows. I don't think they're the best. I don't think this formula is the best. I feel like this quad is missing like a good match shade, and I don't think this quad is all that pigmented. I don't think it's bad, but unless you're using it as, you know, a gift, or, you know, you really want like this tweed pouch, or you really like the shade, I don't think it's something that you need to have in your makeup collection. Of course, I'm going to use it because I bought it, but it's not something I'm going to buy again, nor does it make me feel like really interested, like, oh, I need to try another Chanel palette. I think I'm good off Chanel quads or eyeshadows at the moment. They just aren't my favorite. I did use the Dior Backstage primer that they have here on my eyelids when using it, because I just find this to be a really good primer. And this palette was $48 compared to this palette right here, this quad, which was $85. And this one comes with 8 shades plus a primer, and that one comes with 4 shades, like mediocre shades. So the Dior palettes are really, like, they look ugly, but they're really, really nice. Okay, so I think the next thing that I moved on to was I went ahead and I used my YSL primer for my face. I really like this primer. I think it's worth the money. I've had this primer for a while now, and I still have a fair bit of it. It's like pretty much the only primer that I use when I do makeup now. It's my favorite primer. I absolutely love it. Okay, then I moved on to the Chanel, what is this called? The water tint, the Le Beige Tut. I can't read it. It's really dark. But I moved on to this Chanel water-based tint that they have. I think it's a really good skin tint. I prefer skin tints to like full-on foundations. I like a more light to medium coverage. Yes. Okay, right. Okay, so next I tried this water tint from Chanel. So I love tints a lot better than foundations. I prefer a more light to medium coverage. I think this could be buildable, but this just feels so good on the skin. I didn't really need a lot of it to cover my face. It looks really awkward, but I didn't need a lot of it to cover my face, and I like that. This comes with 0.7 fluid ounces and was $65 if I'm not mistaken. So I do think you get, you know, a fair amount for the price that you're paying. I know I got more with my Tom Ford foundation, but my Tom Ford foundation also cost a lot more. And I feel like I have to use a lot more of it to like get my face covered the way I like. So I do really, really like this product. The packaging again looks fairly cheap. Like, okay, like this one from YSL, like it's a glass component. I think it's glass. It's a glass component. It just looks beautiful. This kind of just like, you know, they could have done, you know, something more with it. But for what it is, I think it's really nice. I was telling a story that I had originally bought this in 2 shades deeper from Chanel, and it just never arrived because they had sold out, but they didn't tell me, so I had to reorder it. And I'm very thankful that I had to choose a lighter shade because the lighter shade actually matches my skin tone. So then just real quickly, I went over this bronzer from Gucci. This one has been out for a while now, but it's one of my favorite bronzers. I was just saying that I wish they had some deeper shades. This is the deepest shade that they had when I bought it. Maybe they have deeper shades now, but I really do like this bronzer. I think it looks really good on my skin. I think that bronzer looks really good on my skin. It looks really nice. And then after that, I tried this Chanel Le Beige water-based blush. And this I have mixed feelings about. It's very, very messy. When I first tried it, when I unboxed things, it just kind of got all over the place. I'm just like, I didn't really like it, but I then tried pumping it onto my hand, like onto my fingers. I kind of mixed it up with my fingers and then gently dabbed it on my cheeks. And after doing that, like the blush comes out looking very, very good. I really like this blush. It's a lot to deal with. I feel like there's easier blushes to deal with in the market, but this was $50, so it's comparable to the Gucci blushes that are out now, which I'm going to try, and the Dior blushes that I like. And you get 0.5 fluid ounces from this, and you only really need like a little bit for it to work. So I do think that this is a good buy. Just beware that it's going to take some getting used to apply it correctly. Then I did my brows because someone on Instagram was telling me they didn't like my brows. I'm just like, well, that's more of a you problem. I like using Benefit, so I use like this Benefit stick to like fill in like the gaps, and then I use this 24-hour setting gel so that my hair just don't fly over the place. And then that was where I was at. I'm actually just about done. So you guys just got a recap of pretty much the entire makeup look. I'm pretty much done. I am going to take my Chanel powder here and kind of just set my face. I have found, at least like with my Tom Ford makeup, if I just pat some of this powder on top of my makeup, it stays like pretty much all day in place. And so I'm not like really putting much, I'm just putting like a little bit so that my makeup will stay in place while I'm gone. And I think the last thing I have to do now is just my lips. And so we are going to try this Tender Beige shade from Chanel with my lips. So the color, right? The color is a little nerve-wracking for my deeper skin. But what I typically do is I'll take, this is good old Nightshade or Night Moth. Yeah, Night Moth from MAC. I think every black girl knows this shade. I'll line my lips and just, you know, not the full lips, but just the corners of my lips with like a darker lip liner that actually works well with my skin. So Plum from MAC is really good. I like Night Moth because it's a little darker and deeper. And I feel like more vampy for fall time. Okay, so my lips are lined. So what I'm gonna do now is with these, you take the color first and you apply the color to your lip. You wanna apply it as evenly as possible with this little product as possible. but you want full coverage. Okay, so what I was told how I was doing this wrong before was I was smacking my lips down, but because I'm trying to blend in my pencil, I'm going to smack my lips down and then just apply a little bit more of the lip shade onto my lips, just in the center, and I'm going to let that dry down. I'm thinking this looks so pretty on its own. It's like nice and pink, but not too pink. Having the lip liner actually really does help like tone that down a bit. I do like that. But now I have to let this dry down. And then after it dries down, I can apply the top coat. So how you're supposed to use these is you first apply the color. Let me back up. So the first important thing to know is when you're applying this, don't put anything else on your lips. I had like dry lips this entire video to do this, and that's because you don't want any other product on your lips when you're doing this. So what I do is I'll put a lip mask on at night. I do that every night anyway. I like to use the Tatcha like lip mask. That's my favorite, but I'll also use like Vaseline has these little cute Vaseline tubes. I will also use those. Those work really good too. But I'll moisturize my lips the night. He's probably downstairs, love, or try the bedroom. But I'll moisturize my lips the night before. And so in the morning time, my lips are dry, but they're still relatively healthy. And then you apply a nice layer of the color first. You want to apply like as thin of a layer as you can while still having like the color that you want. So if you want like a more thicker color, you know, try to apply it thicker, but not too thick. Then you're going to want to let this dry down. You don't want to smack your lips. I smacked my lips because I was trying to blend in my lip liner just to kind of get a more seamless look, and it seems to be okay. It still pretty much stays all day when I do that, but you want to have like as little lip contact as possible. I think you really just want to let the product dry down. And then you remember like circa like 2016 when everyone was wearing like those NYX lip liners that were just super drying. That's what it's going to feel like, and that's what it's feeling like right now. It's getting pretty dry on my lips. My lips are starting to feel like a little desert here. I just kissed the back of my hand and there is no product on it. But yeah, I think it's dry. So next you're going to take this bottom portion here. This is the magic. This is really going to seal in your lipstick. So you just pull it out and you apply it to your lips. Just paint it on. Make sure you get your corners too. And when you do it right, none of the product will come off onto his brush here. So like I said, when I first got it, I did it wrong. And I ended up getting a product all over this applicator here. I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I paid attention to the lady at the counter, but apparently I didn't. And I think that looks so pretty. Oh my goodness, I think that looks really pretty. So this color will pretty much last all day. What I have found is I have to like reapply the top coat, like, you know, from time to time, but I can drink like with a straw or off a cup, or you know, eat with a fork or spoon, like, well, however else you would eat, right? I can use utensils around my mouth. I can talk, and the color is not going to transfer off. It's not going to rub off. If I don't touch anything with my mouth, the clear coat will stay on all day as well. The clear coat will rub off if I am like, you know, drinking or something like that. But I can reapply the clear coat. Oh, that's hard for me to say. I can reapply the clear coat and the color will stay all day. I've had to literally scrub my lips sometimes to get this off. So it's a really good long wear color. I definitely think it's like one of the best long wear colors on the market. If y'all know a cheaper one that stays all day, let me know. I heard that Fenty Beauty actually has a really good 16-hour long stay color, but it's always sold out. So I'm going to have to wait to try on that one. But you want to let the clear coat like dry down a little bit too, like about a minute. And so it's dry now. And this is what it's looking like. I think this looks good. I'm like looking at the monitor here because I can turn that off. Okay, yeah. Just turned off my mirror light. I think this looks really, really good. So this definitely took longer than 10 minutes with everything going on, but this was a really quick makeup look. I don't think this looks bad. This is a look that's going to stay all day long for me. I didn't need to use a bunch of products, just, you know, some basic products right here. I did really I liked everything, but just to recap, while I think this is pretty, like it looks very pretty on my eyes, this isn't something that I would say run out and buy. You need to have it. I really, really, really did enjoy this Le Beige right here, this water tint Le Beige. I think that's something that I'm going to continue to use. This blush right here, it's a beautiful blush. It's a gorgeous blush. However, just because of how fussy I feel like this blush is, I don't think it's going to be the blush that I reach for the most. I think I am probably going to prefer the Dior blushes because I know I like those. I will see how I feel about the Gucci blushes when they come in. What else was new? And then the other new thing was this color here, the Tender Beige. I think this looks really good on my skin complexion. I did have to mix it with the lip pencil, so it's not one that I can use without a lip pencil, but I think it looks very, very good with the lip pencil. I like the lip pencil. I think it looks really pretty. It's very wearable this way for me. And so, will I buy the Tender Beige again? I don't know, but I do know that I will be buying these lip duos again because once you learn how to use them and use them correctly, they really do stay all day. And like for my lifestyle, that's just perfect. I love it. Okay, so that's it for my makeup look for today. She's gonna be staying on me all day. I do not have to worry about my makeup for the rest of the day, which is nice. I'm getting ready to go here. I have one more video that I have to film, which will probably come out before this one, to be honest. And then I'm going to go with my kids. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, whatever time of day it is. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.